This is one of those videos where I've been holding off on making because I wanted to get my mind right and sort of navigate the grieving process first. I recently lost a close friend. His name was Kevin Oates, and I've been good friends with him since middle school. I had to bury my homie, and carrying his casket was, to be honest, the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Sometimes I find it hard to sleep at night. I miss him a lot, and it was just yesterday where we were sitting outside of Fit for Life talking about battling the worldly expectations and about God's impact on our lives. As Christians, we are never promised that life will be without its heartaches and pain. I feel like loss is a part of this broken world, and it will be until Jesus comes back. But Jesus gives us hope. Through him, we have a hope of heaven where there is no sadness, no tears, and no loss. Heaven's true home is in eternity, and I find peace in knowing that he's with God now. And in my process of grieving, I'm beginning to learn that healing isn't linear. It's not a straight line where every day is better than the last. And when I sit and think about it, I'm joyful to have called Kevin a good friend and to have been able to love him and feel his absence. When everything was initially going on, I was really struggling. I didn't really come out of my room, and even after the funeral, I was really scared to come back up to college because I felt like I was going to be alone. Because I knew that whenever I was alone, that's when all the thoughts would come back and it would keep hitting me. And at the time, it didn't feel real. Fortunately, I've been blessed with really good friends that have helped me through this time of need. And for that, I'm forever grateful. And I'm grateful for the comfort and the presence of these people. But more importantly, I know that true comfort is in the presence of Almighty God. And I pray for growth in my experience and knowledge of the presence of God. Death is always a season of grief for those left behind. Paul writes that Christians do not grieve the death of a fellow believer in the same way that unbelievers do. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verses 13 and 14 says, "Brothers and sisters, we do not want you to be uninformed about those who sleep in death, so that you do not grieve like the rest of mankind who have no hope. For we believe that Jesus died and rose again. And so we believe that God will bring with Jesus those who have fallen asleep in him." Paul reminds us to think of death as sleep in a sense, because at the end of the day, it's only a temporary state. Although I'm sad that I won't be able to share any more earthly experiences with Kevin, I know that I can look forward to eternity with him. I know that I just have to stay consistent in my word and continue to go in my purpose with God. My friend Isaiah posted a video about his experience. I really liked it a lot. The video was a good reminder that even though he isn't here, we should be happy for him because he's with God. He's at his true home now, and although it sucks, I know that God got him, and I know that he's taking care of my boy up there. And I know I have a long way to go in this journey of grieving and in this process of grieving, but there's a saying that he who thinks the journey is over is truly lost. And so I just have to keep going and keep striving to get closer to God, because I know that true comfort can only be found through God. And even through all the sadness and all the pain, I am forever grateful to have known someone as anointed as Kevin,